Steve and John play Dino Crisis 2, battle ferocious dinosaurs, and uncover the secrets of the Third Energy Project in this survival horror adventure. You ready for it, John?
I'm ready for dinosaurs.
There you go. Actually, one point that I want to make right out of the gate is that even though it calls it a survival horror adventure, gameplay-wise, it does not resemble survival horror the same way that the old-school Resident Evil games do, and the same way that the original Dino Crisis did. But you'll see the similarities in a few minutes here.
I feel like any game with fixed camera angles for a long time just dubbed itself survival horror, regardless of how it played.
Right, right.
Is this a victim of that?
Ooh, there you go. Is it a victim? What do you mean?
Or is it a perpetrator of just kind of being an action game with fixed camera angles, and so it says, hey, we're just like Resident Evil?
Yeah. I mean, this is an action game with fixed camera angles, but it's a really good action game. I'm going to start a new game on normal.
2000. Wow.
Yeah, this is at the tail end of the PlayStation 1 console life cycle, and in my opinion, this is one of the best PlayStation 1 games overall as far as quality goes. I think a lot of games in that era have not aged very well, but this one I think has aged pretty well compared to all the other ones. There will be a cutscene here, so let's watch it and see what's going on. Ooh, scary.
Dinosaurs.
1 year has passed since the Third Energy incident. Dr. Kirk's research on Third Energy has been taken over by a government agency, and massive research has begun at a base somewhere in the Midwest. However, in their pursuit of immediate results, they have failed to take the necessary precautions, and once again, an accident has occurred. This time, the entire research base, military institution, and a small town close by have disappeared. In their place, there now lies a jungle from another time.
And I apologize if you can't hear the voices very well, or the narration very well, but that's just part of the game, I guess. You can't adjust the audio levels or anything. You just have to get used to it. But that's pretty much the only narration you're going to see in this game, so...
Steve, I have a huge grin on my face. I just missed this kind of game. They just said a whole town disappeared and is now a dinosaur jungle. That's
yeah,
incredible.
Exactly. Bring back those games.
May 10th, 2010. I'm about to step through a gate into another time. Or maybe it's another world. I'm being sent in with other members of TRAT. Our mission? To rescue 1,300 survivors and collect data on the Third Energy Project.
You think that guy's hairstyle is going to catch on, or?
No. It's already had its time. You know, back in 2010, that was the hotness.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Perimeter defense.
Hey.
-1.
I didn't know there were dinosaurs in this game. As you can imagine, every non-major character here is going to get eaten by dinosaurs.
Pretty typical.
Whereas our heroes here, not so much.
I'd like to know if any real-world combat situation ever ended up with two people back-to-back, firing at waves.
God, I hope so. That would be badass.
Oh, no. Steve. There's a T-Rex.
Yeah. Didn't we play a game recently where you had to run away from one? Watch this. Boom! Right in the face.
Its eyeball exploded.
Yeah. I don't think he's happy about that.
He doesn't seem very phased, to be honest. Don't they have shitty vision? Wouldn't his vision just be completely awful now?
I think it is right now. He's just really pissed off.
God, that looks just like the Jurassic Park T-Rex. Right down to its evil eyebrows.
What are you saying? All T-Rexes look the same?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, no.
Well, they kind of do, really. One might be slightly more brown or slightly more green. Don't you wish you had a rocket launcher in King Kong when you were fighting that one guy?
That'd be a great cheat code. Motion blur.
So,
Quite a bit of
the
it.
Cretaceous way of welcoming guests, huh? Not exactly the red carpet treatment.
There's no response.
I'm pretty sure my team's all right. There's more than 1,000
What?
survivors. Let's get moving. Now, hold
Did
on.
he see what just happened?
Hey!
That must not have been his team.
The ivy's wrapped around the door. It won't open. Let's try the door over there.
Puzzles.
Oh, come on. Didn't they teach you how to open a door at sword training? Here, I'll show you. Watch this.
Yeah. That weapon definitely suits a Trat member. But I prefer to go in this way. See ya, Mr. Barbarian.
Hey, the name's Dylan. Call me that when you need some help, okay?
Mr. Barbarian. Okay, so now we're playing, and if you're watching this, I apologize for the audio levels, but for some reason the game has really low audio at some points, like during cutscenes like that, even though the audio is very listenable during the like the action scenes and the cutscenes and stuff. So, and you can't turn on subtitles either, so you just have to get used to it. So this is Dylan, and this is who we're going to be playing as for about half the game. The other half, you're playing as Regina, the pink-haired girl that we saw just now.
I'd like to apologize to Dylan for laughing at his dialogue delivery because it was actually pretty excellent. It was just funny dialogue.
Yeah, well, I think that Capcom was just kind of having fun with the with the dialogue. They kind of knew that it was going to be campy and cheesy, so they were just like, let's have fun with it, you know.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. I don't want
Mr.
Dylan to get the wrong
Barbarian.
impression. He seems like a pretty harsh guy, you know.
Right. So this game does have tank controls the way that the old Resident Evil games did, and fixed camera angles. Differences are mainly that there's no walk. You instead automatically run, which is good. And the other great thing is that you can aim your gun and run at the same time, which is awesome when you're just trying to blow through a bunch of dinosaurs while getting to the end of your current area. You also do not have to reload. I start with a shotgun and 100 rounds, and you never have to reload. You do have to refill your magazine at save points, but, I mean, those are pretty generous. And also you can hit the R2 button to quickly turn around, which is really useful.
That seems pretty fantastic.
Yeah, it's well, this is definitely evolved from the way that the old Resident Evil games and even Dino Crisis 1 was. So, oh, we found something. Medpack S refills a little bit of the health. Let's have a look at the menus.
Did that show up in the environment, or you just need to check the body?
You just need to check the body.
Okay.
But I don't really mind that. I don't really like having like the big floaty things too noticeable, even though they are for a lot of this game. So you have extinct points, which are called extinction points, and you get points whenever you kill enemies, and you use those points to buy stuff. So it's typical action game stuff. In many ways, I consider this game to be a stepping point between the old school Resident Evil survival horrors and the more involved action games that Capcom would do later, such as Devil May Cry, Resident Evil 4, and Bayonetta. I feel like those games all owe this game a lot of credit because it was kind of like the stepping stone, like I said, to a more polished action experience.
So it was the dinosaur to their chicken. It evolved.
Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, anyway, so I'm playing as Dylan. You have a main weapon and a sub-weapon. Actually, if you're holding a two-handed weapon like a flamethrower, it is all one thing. You can't have like two weapons equipped then. But under weapon, you can select main weapon and sub-weapon. Right now, you just have the ones you start with, and you can check a little description, and there's a little indicator there as to how well it performs as far as attack, speed, and range. This shotgun actually has more range than a lot of video game shotguns do, which is nice. Sub-weapon is just the machete. Typically, you only use the sub-weapon when you're trying to get through doors that only that character can get through. So, for example, Dylan can only get through the doors that have all the ivy on them and cut them down with the machete, versus Regina, who has the stun gun. She can only open the electronic locks. But the game is very linear. There's not a whole lot of getting lost, so it's never really a big deal.
Are you switching between the two characters?
You cannot switch to them on the fly. Rather, the game lets you take control of one during like scripted story sequences.
Gotcha.
If I remember correctly, it goes Dylan, Regina, Dylan, Regina, Dylan, Regina, and then it ends on Dylan. The game's like 4 or 5 hours long, but it's really replayable.
I had no idea there was a second character. I assumed that girl, Regina, was the only one you were going to be playing as, because I think she's on the box art.
She's on the box art for this one and for the original Dino Crisis. And in the original Dino Crisis, you can only play as her. I'll talk about the comparisons between this game and the first game in just a second here. But under items, we have recovery. You have a limited space with which to carry stuff, but you still have plenty. A hemostat stops your bleeding. Bleeding, as you can imagine, you just lose health gradually until you recover it. Medpack is a little bit more of just a simple health boost. Medpack is a full health boost, but you still bleed. And then there's a large one which stops the bleeding and refills your health completely. And then the resuscitation pack is just you die, then you don't game over. You instead restart at the room you were at or the last save point or something like that. But I don't see myself dying too many times here.
That good, huh?
Oh yeah, I think with the exception of Symphony of the Night, I think I've played through this game on the PlayStation 1 start to finish more than any other PlayStation 1 game. I played through this game like 10, 15 times back in the day. I love this game. Key items are just like you have keys. You have to use a key to open a door. Pretty simple stuff. File. You have a support file, which is a little bit of a kind of like a tutorial as far as like how the points work, how the health items work, and things like that. But nothing that I haven't already explained or will explain later. For example, combo, when you kill an enemy, there will be a little point screen, and if you keep on killing enemies before the number fades away, you'll get like points on top of that.
Wow, I've never seen that in a survival horror.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of my point, is that this is kind of like a bridging between... It's kind of like in Devil May Cry when you start doing a combo on a guy. You start with like a D rating, but if you keep the combo going, you get C, B, A, and then you get more points.
And S, those unattainable S ratings for me.
Yeah. Actually, the newer DMC, Devil May Cry, where they changed Dante around, the S ranks are a lot easier to get, which some people liked, some people didn't, but it definitely makes it more accessible. Map, I don't need too much, I don't think. All right, so that's that.
Let's play.
Let's do some shooting.
Can you go talk to Regina in that room?
No, she already left.
Okay.
She ran away from Mr. Barbarian. All right. I love the way this room starts. So you go up here, and Dylan's like, huh, there's a dinosaur. Raptor, you know. Oh, there's a raptor right there. Okay.
Clever girls.
And you know what? There's a third raptor up there. So let me just stand right here. Huh, what should I be doing here?
What are they doing? They can pounce.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we're going to shoot some raptors. Oh, I got 3 right there. Oh, got another one. Pick up this little med pack here. Med pack M, yes. Oh, darn, I got hit.
It's a nice shotgun sound.
It is very good, and it's so easy to use, too. You cannot aim up or down, but you really don't need to for most of the game, or for really any part. All right, so you see how the numbers is like fading away?
Mm-hmm.
If it completely fades away, then the combo resets. Let me just kill these guys. Thankfully, if you shoot them close enough, they just die in 1 hit, maybe 2 hits.
So they can follow you. If you climbed up the ladder, it jumped up the ledge behind you?
Yes,
okay.
Except if you go to this, which is like a transition to a next area, so they can't follow you through these areas.
But they are a lot more mobile than zombies.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Now, one thing I did not do, or I should, let me start that over again. If you kill at least 5 enemies in one area and you leave the area without getting hit, you get a no damage bonus. I'm actually trying to do that here. The no damage bonus... Oh, damn it. I missed it right there. The no damage bonus gives you 2,000 extra points, which is a good chunk. See right there, I got 780, which isn't too bad. Mm-hmm. But if I'd killed all those dinosaurs without getting hit once, I would have gotten 2,000 points on top of that. And if you can do that consistently, you can buy stuff in this game a lot easier.
If you go back to those previous rooms, will dinosaurs still be there?
Yes, they will respawn infinitely.
Could you technically farm extinction points that way?
You could, except you'd run out of ammo.
Okay.
You don't have infinite ammo. All right, if I can kill one more. This is the other thing. Usually they'll stop spawning if you just stay at one camera angle, but if you change it, like this, watch. Right there.
Nice.
See that? Oh, he's still alive. All right, so I killed 5, so now I'm going to leave. And I got 2,000 points, no damage.
Fantastic.
And if I remember correctly, if you kill 10 or more without getting hit, you get 5,000. But that's very rare. Oh, dang it. That's kind of cheap, but not too bad. They don't swarm you as bad as you would expect, which is good. You can just mash the buttons and get up pretty easily. And there's another health thingy up there. Let's check that out. Yes, Medpack S, obviously. Really, there's no reason to not take something. I mean, if your inventory's full, it'll say your inventory's full, and then in that case, you just use whatever is in your inventory to make room for whatever you're picking up. And run, 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 run. This is a pretty straight shot to the next area. I don't remember if I killed 5 just now. I think I did. Let's see. No, I didn't. I only killed 4.
Rats.
Darn it.
He's a tiny head.
He kind of does, yeah. Well, he's got big shoulders, too.
Who are you? Are you one of the survivors? Don't run away! Come out! We came here to rescue you!
Is she part dinosaur?
No.
Oh.
Although that would be awesome. All right, well, that's going to cut it for this part of Stephen John Play Dino Crisis 2. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you all for watching.
Tune in to find out what that red thing is.